Welcome to the midweek reset. I'm really excited. I have some amazing folks on the line today. So it's an official live call, which is always fantastic to be able to share the space and the energy with more people, whether you are here in person or you are joining on the YouTube recording. It is a joy to have you here and so happy that you are a part of this midweek reset. So we're going to take a moment and connect with ourselves, kind of allow ourselves to shut down the tabs of the day. And then we'll move into a brief lesson about our levers for today. And then we will have some open time. And so that open time, YouTube, you will not be here for that discussion. But there is one more midweek reset for the final one. It's going to be the celebration. So there's not like a core topic for the last one next week. So if you can join, just like join for the party. I haven't decided if it's just going to be games or just going to be talking about how we're feeling at this time. So I'm going to kind of let that next one flow. But for today, we're actually going to get started with some sound. I've just been feeling inside of myself for today, like getting a chance to connect in and listen. Hyper listening has been very important for me, and I hope that in this practice, that can be something that you enjoy as well. So get yourself nice and comfortable. If you would like to be off camera, you can choose to be off camera or on camera, whatever you prefer. What's most important is that you're allowing yourself to be in a comfortable position and allowing yourself to first, let's take a moment and because I need this for myself, let's take a moment and place our hand over our heart and let's just connect in and be able to feel where we are without any judgment, just awareness, connecting with ourselves. Take a deep inhale through the nose, complete exhale out the mouth, deep inhale through the nose, complete exhale out the mouth. You can choose to keep your hand on your chest or you can relax your hand down. Starting from the top of your head, start to relax your body, relax your face, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, your midsection, relax your arms, relax your hips, legs, relax your ankles, your feet to your toes. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Allow yourself to settle into a focus on your breath. And if a thought occurs, allow yourself to release it. So you can acknowledge the thought and then release it. Oh, a thought. And then focus back on your breath. Stay focused on your breath. Gently inhaling and exhaling. Stay aware of your breath. Feeling the cool air come into your nostrils and the warm air leaving. Your breath is a dependable friend, constantly moving in and out, supporting you, supporting you in your vitality, supporting you in your peace, supporting you with presence. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Complete exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. Complete exhale out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. And release with a sigh. Allow yourself to gently wiggle your toes. Gently wake the body with calm stretches. Gently stretch your neck and your shoulders. They do so much beautiful work keeping our wondrous minds above our heart. And maybe get a few beautiful squeezes or massages in, whatever feels aligned. Sending appreciation to your body, gratitude for how far. Think of all the years your body has brought you through, and all the moments that your body has helped carry you to this one. There's this really beautiful technique in Qigong where you take your fingertips and starting from the center of your forehead, right at your third eye, and you can pull across and pull across if that's supportive for your mind. Then after you pull across, you can just flick out the fingers, releasing any energy that you no longer need. You can gently open your eyes when you're ready. I needed that. I needed to get nice and settled in. It's been a full evening. Such a full evening. If there is one word that could describe how you feel at this moment, I would love to hear that word. For me, ooh, the word that came up was delicious. And you can feel free to put it in the chat or you can say it whichever way you prefer.
For me, it was recalibrated.
Mm,
Peaceful for me.
peaceful. Yes, recalibrated, peaceful, and delicious. It's so wonderful to have you joining tonight. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for being here. So, the main topic for today is the compass and the map. Check your alignment and ignite your path. And I'm going to place inside of the chat a link to the document. So it's a main document that I've been keeping all of the notes in. If you are watching, the link is inside of the description. So for the past 3 weeks, been talking about the different levers that we can move inside of our life. And so I'm going to do a brief overview of the levers so that we kind of have an understanding of what these levers are before diving into the ones we're going to focus on today. All right, and let me fit this to the screen. All right. So, all right, didn't mean, okay, let's start here because it's on the screen. Okay, so the keys to evolution are the foundational, I guess you can say a foundational mindset for everything that I do inside of Infold Studios. And this is mostly based on the design process. And so engage is where we begin. We're curious, we have questions. There's either some things we're observing or things that we're feeling inside. I'm sharing these keys because you'll be able to see whether it's for yourself or I'll share the different ways that we can engage in these ways of being. And so, learning, just like how inside of that experience that was engaging, we were being aware and possibly gathering information from our feelings. Then there's enjoy. So, based off of what we learn, we can experiment and try something new. So, if you haven't experienced something that we talk about here today, highly encourage you to come up maybe with an experiment of a way to integrate in that thing that you learned. Because if it feels good and you get to the place of enjoyment, that is helpful data. And that is going to be something you can take into your evolution. So, whatever you learn here that serves you, take it on in. If there's something you hear and it's not for you, you can leave it, okay? Because what's for you, you can sense on the inside if it's for you, and if it's not for you, you can go ahead and leave that, okay? So the evolution is where we just add in the new patterns, the new behaviors, and we evolve the way that we see life and how we engage in life um, through engaging through the engage, enjoy, evolve process. And so the six strategic levers that we've been moving through are these different levers that we have in our life to support us to just stop managing chaos and like we can actually start leveraging the energy that we have inside of ourselves and the resources that we have to create more stability. So a very brief, quick overview is that there is first the why. We have clarity and vision. These are levers that can support us in moving towards the things that we want to do. Then we have the fuel, that's our mindset and our energy. That's what's going to actually help move us forward. So, the clarity and the vision is a direction, and then that mindset and energy will be what's going to help keep us focused and moving. And so, this is all fuel to take action because we about action here. We're about action. That's how change happens. Then we have efficiency, the systems and the processes. So usually, if something is off, it might be that there's something that needs to be tweaked in the system. So what repeatable routines and habits do you have? Your assets? What resources and tools do you have at your disposal? We all have time. We all have skills. We all have some form of money. Some of us are moving towards larger amounts, okay? Put your hand up if you're moving towards a larger amount of that money one. It's happening. Yes, yes, yes. And put your hand up if maybe you're going to be better with the time and expand how you're leveraging time. Yes, yes. And so that's how we're going to end up having a better return on investment when we tweak those assets and then our connection, our relationships, our networks, and especially weak ties. I've been working on building more weak ties. I learned that concept from Malcolm Gladwell when I was reading his Outliers book. And inside of that book, he talks about how often it's our weak ties that end up moving us further in sharing an idea or maybe even getting people to support us. It's not always the people that are in our family circle. So it's that ecosystem that helps us go further together. And then finally, velocity, action, and momentum. And know that those small actions do matter. So everything that you do, like me getting up this morning, I was like, I'm gonna be focused on doing the things that I need to do to fill my cup and to get me going. And look, it's like 8:22 at night, and we are still here. We are energized and we feeling good. And we looking good, okay? Because we did the little actions that we needed to do to get to this moment. And so today is actually going to be very heavily focused on the why, the desired outcome, what is moving us forward, and that is what the compass and the map is all about. And so I would love to, since we have some folks here, I would love to hear in the chat. I would love to see one inner vision that you have for yourself, one that you're interested in sharing. If you're watching on the video, you can put it in the chat underneath. But take a moment to yourself and take a note of one vision that you have for your life right now. And I'm going to put mine in the chat as well, since I'm always doing my example is going to be on the screen. My example is my share is living in community. And if someone wants to come off mute, you can feel free to come off mute. But my vision of living in community with folks, sharing, having whether it's weekly or monthly meals with people, having this life where I coexist and I share, that ecosystem is active in my life. I have an active ecosystem, but living in community in an even more expansive way than I am today. Align collaborations with sound healing. That is a vision that's going to heal the masses. Love to see that. And then we also have one of my inner visions is create mantra music. Yes, not just talk about it, but lay down the vocals in the tracks. What just came to my mind was that song, like, I don't chase, I attract. Dun, 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 dun. Those songs are helpful. So I love that that's part of your vision. Yes, embody the inner truths. There is a music theme going on. Like collaborations. And so, with these visions, and thank you so much for sharing. So, what's really beautiful about a vision is that the vision itself and contains values. And so, just continuing on with the example, and you can write this to yourself or you can share it in the chat. What would you say are the values that are able to live and thrive through this vision that you have? For me, a big one is reciprocity, and I'm probably about to misspell it right now. Please help me, computer. I'm like, did I? It's not reciprocity, wonder, and love. All right, so that mantra music is connected to honesty, patience, and compassion. That's beautiful. And for the sound healing, I'm curious to know what are some of the values? Self-love. All the snap. Yes, we gotta snap that up. We gotta snap that up. Because like what the world needs now is self-love, self-love. Like I feel like constantly I'm seeing all over the place of this lack of self-love. Like it's like, oh, it's not people be sharing love, but we definitely need it more on the inside. Yes, yes. And so these two together, our vision and our values together, create our compass. So, a compass, just like how a compass, when you're on a hiking trail, can let you know if you're headed north, if you're headed south. This is about, okay, how close are we to embodying what we choose to embody. How far are we from living the life that like we have in this dream vision that we have for ourselves? And what I've experienced in studying people, I love autobiographies, and I feel like I see this all the time. Like when someone is in this arc of their life and they're feeling very expansive and that things are like, oh, it's going great. Usually they're living their values and they've probably in some way stepped into expressing their vision and sharing it with other people. And so know that when you're living inside of your vision and when you're allowing yourself to just, maybe you're not in your vision right now, just living out those values. That's a gift that you're able to have for yourself in letting yourself know, am I close or far away from being this person that I choose to be? Am I close or am I far away from where I'm choosing to be? And so I'm interested from both of you as far as like if you put a number on it, as far as you living in your values right now, a percentage from 0 to 100, what would you rate the living of your values? 0 to 100. You know, I be hard on myself sometimes. I'm gonna give myself an 85. I'm gonna give myself an 85. Because like at first I was like, maybe it's just 70. And I'm like, that is you being hard on yourself. What we got? We got an 85. Oh, we got an 85 and an 80. Come on. So I would say if you are over 70%, then you are your compass, like you are in the direction where you are meant to be as far as being able to have this vision come to life. If you feel like you are below 70%, and usually if you feel like, well, I don't know, look at your behaviors. So what I really did quickly in my mind to give myself more points, it was like, how did you spend your day today? How are you planning to spend your day tomorrow? So these are some telltale signs on where you are as far as that percentage. And that helps you know, like, okay, I'm actually moving in the direction of my compass. So take note of your habits and behaviors. If you ever feel like you don't know. And what I love about being mindful of what the habits and behaviors are is that it also helps us be a lot more objective because it's very easy for us to be hard on ourselves. Like, am I the only one? I mean, a little bit too hard. It's easy. It's easy. But like really look like, wait, you got out of bed. Wait, you helped somebody today and you showed up and you shared your gifts. And so doing all of those things, it's like give yourself some extra points and an extra pat on the back because you weren't just a human that was existing today. You were a human that was being and doing your values and your vision. Come on, tiny joys throughout the day. I'm here for the tiny joys. I love to call them glimmers because people have triggers. I mean, like I have glimmers. Yes, for the tiny joys. I'm here for it. And um, so the second half, as far as the map, and so the map is your strategic path to get there. And what's kind of meta about this is that the map, that strategic clear path, the foundation of the map is going to be what we just talked about, your habits and your behaviors. That's the foundation of the map itself. Because to say that the map is going to say, oh, like this is how I make the vision happen, that's not really how things work. Because y'all, I know y'all been through life and you've been like, well, I did all the things and like it didn't happen. But who you're becoming through your habits and your behavior, that's what's going to help make the next step up here. I'm a big believer that like we can't design our whole life, but we can design our next best step. And it's usually what we've learned. Once again, going back to that engage and that enjoy, what we experimented with, what we learned through it will help us create a refined set of habits and behaviors that help to make the path more clear. This entire series has been focused on future and fulfillment. And so, future and fulfillment is going to be different for each person, but I hope you can see the connection between how future and fulfillment is really about living our vision and our values right now through our habits and behavior. It just builds. It just builds. It just builds. And so for our exercise, you're going to have some time to yourself. I know we kind of like walk through a number of exercises, but this is like an extra exercise. You don't have to put it in the chat. This is for you. So this is for you to create a letter to your future self. Yay! I'm excited because um, I love writing letters. I have this dream of one day, this will be my first time even sharing this publicly. Interesting. Like, oh, anxiety is rising. But I have this dream of publishing. I had this practice for about half a year where I would write letters to my emotions when I was feeling overwhelmed or anxious or excited or happy, and I would write letters to each of them. And one day I want to publish this book and have it be a workbook as well, so that people can find a way to relate with their emotions and is definitely to the ones that are on that lower, like further away from love. It was a lot of parenting of those emotions. And so I love letters because I feel like there is something really compassionate that we can express through them. And so I am going to set my handy dandy timer for about 3 minutes. And if you don't finish your letter now, that's okay. But we're going to take 3 minutes and you can independently start writing this letter to your future self. And having it anchored in like, what does future and fulfillment look like? If you're a type of person that loves to manifest through talking in present tense, it doesn't have to be a letter from now to your future self. It can be a letter that you're writing from your future self to yourself now. Whatever you want to do, you can remix it if you want to. So follow your intuition. You can write in present tense or you can write in that future forward tense. What would that be called? I don't know. I'm not an English major. Um, but write a letter to yourself, and then after this, we'll be getting into our live call portion. So enjoy your writing. Got about another minute. I'll give us a minute and a half. All right. So, for my folks that are watching the recording, I would love for you to be able to share inside the comments, like, what are the emotions that have come up for you? For my wonderful folks that are here on the call, I'd be interested to know some of the emotions that have started to like percolate and come up. How does it feel? How does it feel to talk to your future self? Um, what is there for you? I think I got really hyped. That's what got there for me. I was getting really hype. I was like, I hope you're proud of yourself. I know you was doing it. You've been setting boundaries. You've been showing up. And if you'd like to come off mute, feel free. Joyful and free. Beautiful Denise. I'm hearing that. And so I got to be free. Da-da-da-da. Validation and joy. Okay, validation. Validation. Look, you know what happens when you get your parking validated. You ain't gotta pay a thing. Already paid. Already paid. It's already paid for. Everything you want, already paid for. I love this. Well, we are about to get into our one-on-one time. I hope that this was supportive for anyone that joined us via video. I am going to stop sharing so I can say goodbye. And so big waves, big love. Continue to be well and love yourself because, like we said, that's what we need to see more of right now. All right. I'll see y'all next time on the midweek reset. Be well.